as we get ready for the start of this one. Here we go with the first ball to Adair, who starred in that Irish win the other night. Fraction short, that's cracked in front of square by Muncie. Well, he was a bit slow to start yesterday. This time not so much, 4 runs in the first boundary of the day. Flicked away, and the fielder is going to have to watch it go over the head. Maximal for Muncie, who doubles his score with one swing of the bat, and Scotland are away.
Well, what a shot this is. And maybe Scott Irvine is saying, we get Muncie out, we might win the contest.
This one's picked up in a similar way. Fielder comes around and takes the catch. Well, once bitten, twice shy, as Muncie will go for 12. Young breaks through, and Scotland 16 for 1.
And there's the plan. That is the plan in place. Scott Irvine chokes that one up on the board. He says, okay, we're going to play to his strength and try and make him hole out deep on the leg side. It's a big, big moment in the match. Yesterday's hero, yesterday's player of the match, freshened up by Barry McCarthy, struck on the glove, and then dismissed in the following over by Craig Young. Munsey's gone for 12. It's 16 for 1.
Lifted up from Hares, and that is going, and it's gone all the way. Maximal! And there's a sign of what we know Ollie Hares can do. That was a powerful strike down the ground. He goes after it again, but this time it's trouble with a capital T. Tector comes around and takes the catch. So 6 and out for Hares. He'll be disappointed. He's the second wicket to fall. Adair breaks through for Ireland and Scotland, 22 for 2.
Yeah, off cutter, and that's just so clever. He knew that if he floated it up, Hares might not be able to resist. And Tector is never going to drop that big smile on Irish captain Paul Stirling's face. Adair keeps doing what he does. Hares has gone for 9. All the 2s on the board.
Floating slip in for Adair. And that one's gone very wrong. And that could be, well, it's a legal ball. That's a good one. There's Phil Simmons to Alan Border as well. As this is lifted up. Free hit, don't forget. But can it stay in the ballpark? It doesn't. Maximal for Jones, who rubs salt into the wound. That'll be the end of a fairly interesting over, to say the least, from Adair.
He's a special player with special strokes like that one. He's brilliant to watch. And that's a glorious cover drive.
Thick edge, and that's going to be 4. So Jones is going to get another boundary. Not particularly convincing this time. It'll be the end of the over and into the power play. 55 for 2. Anyway, here is the last ball of the 6th. And it's flicked away, and it's going, and it's gone. Maximal! Jones heats up, into the power play, 57 for 2.
And for me, Scotland are now right on top. Taken. Berrington falls to one of his strengths, and it's a very good catch. It's been held, I think, by his opposite number, Paul Stirling, who's in close at extra cover. That went quickly to him. He made that look easy, and the introduction of wrist spin has struck and brought about the 3rd wicket.
Big wicket in the context of this game.
Massive, massive wicket, and great credit to Paul Stirling. This is very nicely steered away, a long way behind square, and despite those 2 men behind square in the circle, it's the extra pace of White that is guided away beautifully by Matthew Cross. That's a gorgeous stroke.
Got him. Well, sneaks it through. We saw this yesterday a couple of times. It skids off this surface. It goes through the gate. Jones tries to back away. Run one through the offside, and he's been castled.
Yeah, real shades of Chris Greaves' entrance into the attack from the same end yesterday. And the brilliance about Delaney and White, when they bowl in tandem, they're very different bowlers. Scotland, that's a big wicket. Have themselves in a little bit of trouble. They'll need something special now from Michael Leask. It's 65 for 4. Short and pulled all the way for 6. Well, it just sat up to be hit, didn't it? And Leask has taken a little while to assess the conditions. And now he's found his first maximum. One down the ground yesterday, this time square. Great strike. This time cut away. That's a very good stroke. It finds the gap. It's 4 more. A brilliant counter punch here from Michael Leask.
Well, what do I know? Because Leask says, if you bowl it up to me, I'm going to pump it. Marvellous shot for 6. 3 on the trot as that one's dragged out. and it's going to be hit away for 4. So a really nice partnership blossoming. Cross, he's looking good, Lenny.
Another change. Mark Adair comes into the attack and he's greeted by the most sparkling cover drive. That for me is the shot of the day. Beautiful, rhythmical cover drive. Bowls him. And what a swing. It could have been a no ball and a free hit. Instead, it's not given. And Adair gets past Leaks to get yet another T20I wicket. Massive, massive moment in the game. The final ball of the 15th. Scotland lose their 5th.
Interesting, isn't it? Easily could have been called a no ball the ball before. It wasn't given. Adair goes full straight. Leaks plays across it for the first time in his innings and cannons into those stumps.
Picks it up and picks it up a long way. Craig Young with this slightly round arm action just at the death. He can travel, and Cross has sent that travelling. Really good strike. Critical 6, that one. Given. He's gone fuller. Maybe the little double bluff has worked, and just after picking up the 6, it's another case of 6 and out. Young at the death. This experiment, well, maybe Sterling will think it's worked. Big breakthrough.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. I think it is the double bluff. You look at the field, you'd say for sure this is going to be a bouncer, or certainly something that's quite short. And I think partly for that reason, Cross gets a long way across, takes an early step. And it's Cross. I think he knew his fate straight away. So I think a bit of out-thinking and out-bowling there from the Irish as Cross has to go. He's out for 35 and the score 139 for 6.
Mark Adair gets another. He so often takes wickets for Ireland with the new ball, and then again at the death. Watt looking to innovate, help it round the corner. Ireland battling back here towards the tail of this first innings.
Yeah, well, Watt dancing around like a cat in a hot tin roof. Bit of fake footwork here. It goes one way, goes the other. Leaves the stumps exposed. And Adair breaks through for his 3rd wicket in the innings. And in the 19th over, Scotland are 143 for 7.
And Soul has picked this one up nicely into the leg side. He may well start with a boundary. That's exactly what Scotland needed. The 150 comes up. Picked up towards long on. Curtis Camphor's down here right in front of us. He'll take the catch. It's just not a wicket you can come in and score right from the off on. No batter has. And Craig Young gets another wicket next to his name. Ireland have fought really hard here in the second half.
Last ball.
Nice bit of touch from Sharif, but he can't pierce the infield. So not quite the momentum that Scotland would have liked in the latter half, the second half of this innings. Only the 1 double-digit over in the last 5. Ireland have fought back really, really well.
Looks like they'll be opening with spin, and Mark Watt with his left arm orthodox likes to mix things up. It's been a bit of a trend as well in this series. A lot of the teams starting with a spinner. So Balbirnie to face up. 158 required for victory. Here's the second innings. Vinny Sander here, Mr. Maximo for ECN on a beautiful sunny Thursday afternoon here in the Netherlands. As we get the first ones of this innings, it'll probably be at least 2, maybe more than that. This field has gotten quicker and quicker.
Lovely flowing cover drive. The ball's really pinged off the bat with the extra pace of Soul, and despite the half stop from Berrington, it's going to get to the rope. Lovely start from Andy Balbirnie. 2 boundaries through the offside. Sterling gets a very good piece of that. He'll get 4. Just 1 bounce into the hands of Harry Tector. Really good stroke from Ireland's skipper. That's a really good stroke. It shows a continued good vein of form from Andy Balbirnie. Nearly gone all the way for 6. Probably just 1 bounce across the rope for 4. Big over this one. And Ireland getting on top in the power play. Chipped at a catchable height, but wide of the mid-wicket. Probably thinking of 3, but they're not going to need to because it's hit with such beautiful timing by Balbirnie. Sterling uses his feet and good aggression. Not out of the middle, but he won't mind because he'll get 4. The sun is out and Ireland's starting to make hay now. Really driving home their advantage. Now a pull shot round the corner, and that's too good from Paul Sterling. The 50's up. It's all Ireland. They wanted 50 in the power play. They've done it without loss. They might get a few more too. It's his first maximum going to the Irish captain.
Yeah, what a great shot. Goes on the walk this time, and he absolutely pounds this one out of the ground. Maximo! The skipper standing up for the Irish, 6 runs.
A moment of magic needed for the Scots.
And it does come through Greaves. And once again, we see him sliding one through, and Sterling plays over the top of it. The death rattle sounds around the VCC ground at Ireland, 66 for 1.
Moment of magic needed, moment of magic delivered. What a good delivery. Topper off stump, angling in, skidding on. Sterling looking for another sort of pull stroke to get another 2 into the big pocket of space. And this is a massive moment in the game.
To better himself.
Oh.
This is going to be a French cut, though. Ooh la la for Tucker, who gets lucky and gets 4. Tucker gets inventive again. This time Watt's going to have to go on the chase. Just a little touch on that. And I think that's okay.
Ollie Hare's trying to make amends this time. Gets down. It's been only signal 3, so he keeps that leg in the air.
Ooh, look at the trailing foot, though.
Yeah, it's a tight one. I think they'll go with the fielder here.
Tucker walks at this, but he gets the height. Don't think he gets the distance. Oh, does he? It's a fantastic piece of fielding by Sol out there. Let's have a look on the replay, thanks to Spring Media.
Yeah, he's definitely saved it. Bit of razzle-dazzle. What an effort that is. That's 10 out of 10. Great work from the big man. He saves 5 for his country. It's 2 to the total. Now the reverse Malachi's going to go for a couple more. So good batting from Balbirnie. He does it. He says this time, you know what? That's a 4.
We can get to the ICC's minimum standards for the reviews. This is going to be 4 again. So Balbirnie moves to 48. That one just kept on rocking, didn't it? A bit shorter this time, and Balbirnie happy to just take it for a couple into the leg side. That'll be his 50. Brings it up off 38 balls. He's put on in a very good position. Class player, class innings here.
Yeah, class player, class act. He's looked in complete control since the moment he's walked out.
Little edge, and that's going to run away. So he's won the luck battle, hasn't he, at the moment, Tucker? He'll get 4. Takes Ireland 4 closer. Steps across and sweeps this one, and that's a bit too spicy for the fielder down there. It'll be 4 more as Tucker moves into the 30s. On the pool now, this is in the air. I think it's going to be a chance. It's well taken out there by Chris Greaves. And so Sol comes back and forces a false shot out of Balbirnie. He has to walk for 56, and Ireland lose a second. 131 for 2.
Well done to Sol. Brought back for a reason. He picks up the big scalp.
Yeah, Balbirnie is batted really well. Tries to elevate, but Leask is backing back, and he will take the catch. So Tector, unfortunately for him, won't get too much out of this outing as Sol, lion-hearted Scott, comes and breaks through with a second wicket, 143 for 3. He's bowled him. It's just slid off the pad, and Kampfer's gone first ball. And maybe there is a little wobble going on at the moment because Sol's on a hat-trick in Ireland, 143 for 4.
2 and 2. Sol has looked so much more effective here outside the power play. When the pace was on in the power play, the ball was travelling. Ireland somehow getting themselves in a little tangle. It's 2 and 2. Sol's on a hat-trick. It's 143 for 4.
This is just glanced away. Again, it won't make it all the way, but they will get 2. And again, how important is that power play now as Tucker brings up his 50, brings it up off 35 balls. I'm sure he's keen to get amongst the runs as that World Cup isn't too far away. He's had an important hand in keeping the game firmly in Ireland's grasp. Flipped away, and this will test the fielder out there. It will get to the boundary, so it does break the run and puts Ireland within a boundary of victory. And fittingly, it's Tucker that clipped that one away. And they're going to take off, and well, direct hit, and that's gone. So the scores are tied and the game will stay alive, searching for the winning run. But instead, the ball hits the stumps, and what a piece of work that is. That's Davidson, the subfielder, who's kept this game alive for now, at least 157 for 5.
Just gone. I think Tucker thought he was home. He's going to end up being run out, and Gareth Delaney will have to come in. Surely not late drama. Any run will do. The score is level, but Ireland have somehow lost a fifth.
Oh, well, this will be out as well, and that will be the win, but doing it by the skin of their teeth in the end. Delaney scrambles the 22-yard dash, but he does bring up a win for Ireland, who go 2 points clear in the series. And a very entertaining match with ebbs and flows in the end. Almost clutching defeat from the jaws of victory, Team Ireland, but they do get the win by 5 wickets and with 3 balls to spare.